9. 1. We are always teaching our children something by our words and our actions. 2. They learn from seeing. 3. They learn from hearing and from overhearing. 4. Children share the values of their parents about the most important things in life. 5. Our priorities and principles and our examples of good behavior can teach our children to take the high road when other roads look tempting. 6. Remember that children do not learn the values that make up strong character simply by being told about them. 7. They learn by seeing the people around them act on and uphold those values in their daily lives. 8. Therefore, show your child good examples of life by your action. 9. In our daily lives, we can show our children that we respect others. 10. We can show them our compassion and concern when others are suffering, and our own self-discipline, courage and honesty as we make difficult decisions. 10. 1. The interaction of workers from different cultural backgrounds with the host population might increase productivity due to positive externalities like knowledge spillovers. 2. This is only an advantage up to a certain degree. 3. When the variety of backgrounds is too large, fractionalization may cause excessive transaction costs for communication, which may lower productivity. 4. Diversity not only impacts the labor market, but may also affect the quality of life in a location. 5. A tolerant native population may value a multicultural city or region because of an increase in the range of available goods and services. 6. On the other hand, diversity could be perceived as an unattractive feature if natives perceive it as a distortion of what they consider to be their national identity. 7. They might even discriminate against other ethnic groups, and they might fear that social conflicts between different foreign nationalities are imported into their own neighborhood. 11. 1. Many people are terrified to fly in airplanes. 2. Often, this fear stems from a lack of control. 3. The pilot is in control, not the passengers, and this lack of control instills fear. 4. Many potential passengers are so afraid they choose to drive great distances to get to a destination instead of flying. 5. But their decision to drive is based solely on emotion, not logic. 6. Logic says that statistically, the odds of dying in a car crash are around 1 in 5,000, while the odds of dying in a plane crash are closer to 1 in 11 million. 7. If you're going to take a risk, especially one that could possibly involve your well-being, wouldn't you want the odds in your favor? 8. However, most people choose the option that will cause them the least amount of anxiety. 9. Pay attention to the thoughts you have about taking the risk, and make sure you're basing your decision on facts, not just feelings. 12. 1. The famous primatologist Franz de Waal, of Emory University, says humans downplay similarities between us and other animals as a way of maintaining our spot at the top of our imaginary ladder. 2. Scientists, de Waal points out, can be some of the worst offenders employing technical language to distance the other animals from us. 3. They call kissing in chimps mouth-to-mouth contact. They call friends between primates favorite affiliation partners. They interpret evidence showing that crows and chimps can make tools as being somehow qualitatively different from the kind of toolmaking said to define humanity. 4. If an animal can beat us at a cognitive task like how certain bird species can remember the precise locations of thousands of seeds, they write it off as instinct, not intelligence. 5. This and so many more tricks of language are what de Waal has termed linguistic castration. 6. The way we use our tongues to disempower animals. The way we invent words to maintain our spot at the top. 13. 1. A key to engagement and achievement is providing students with relevant texts they will be interested in. 2. My scholarly work and my teaching have been deeply influenced by the work of Rosalie Fink. 3. She interviewed 12 adults who were highly successful in their work, including a physicist, a biochemist, and a company CEO. 4. All of them had dyslexia and had had significant problems with reading throughout their school years. 5. While she expected to find that they had avoided reading and discovered ways to bypass it or compensate with other strategies for learning, she found the opposite. 6. To my surprise, I found that these dyslexics were enthusiastic readers. They rarely avoided reading. On the contrary, they sought out books. 7. The pattern Fink discovered was that all of her subjects had been passionate in some personal interest. 8. The areas of interest included religion, math, business, science, history, and biography. 9. What mattered was that they read voraciously to find out more. 14. 1. Boundaries between work and home are blurring as portable digital technology makes it increasingly possible to work anywhere, anytime. 2. Individuals differ in how they like to manage their time to meet work and outside responsibilities. 3. Some people prefer to separate or segment roles so that boundary crossings are minimized. 4. For example, these people might keep separate email accounts for work and family and try to conduct work at the workplace and take care of family matters only during breaks and non-work time. 5. We've even noticed more of these segmenters carrying two phones, one for work and one for personal use. 6. Flexible schedules work well for these individuals because they enable greater distinction between time at work and time in other roles. 7. Other individuals prefer integrating work and family roles all day long. 8. This might entail constantly trading text messages with children from the office or monitoring emails at home and on vacation, rather than returning to work to find hundreds of messages in their inbox. 15. 1. It's not news to anyone that we judge others based on their clothes. 2. In general, studies that investigate these judgments find that people prefer clothing that matches expectations. Surgeons in scrubs, little boys in blue, with one notable exception. 3. A series of studies published in an article in June 2014 in the Journal of Consumer Research explored observers' reactions to people who broke established norms only slightly. 4. In one scenario, a man at a black tie affair was viewed as having higher status and competence when wearing a red bow tie. 5. The researchers also found that valuing uniqueness increased audience members' ratings of the status and competence of a professor who wore red sneakers while giving a lecture. 6. The results suggest that people judge these slight deviations from the norm as positive because they suggest that the individual is powerful enough to risk the social costs of such behaviors. 7. A series of studies show that people view an individual positively when the individual only slightly challenges the norm for what people should wear.